Alright, we're back, and this time we have Originality, which his actual name, and will always remain his name to me, Grave. Was it Graveyard? It might have been Graveyard, but I call him Grave. Most of us call him Grave. He found an app for tournaments. Didn't read it. But we used to be in his guild. He used to have a guild called Infection. And that's how me and Digital Devil actually met, in Infection. I guess I can go ahead and talk a little bit about that. Basically, when I first created the fake skillers, or alts, or whatever you want to call us, it got boring because I was by myself and I was testing things, and I eventually got finished, and then it was perfect, and I had nobody to share that with. So basically, I didn't meet Devil first. Devil came way later. First, I told two people actually. I told a guy called Murderface and a guy called Jesse. Jesse was the first one, Murderface was the second. And basically, I was just watching a random match because I was bored as hell. And then I noticed Jesse was like MSG skill, whatever that means. I actually don't know what that means. But he was MSG or something. Maybe it was SFC. I can't remember the exact skill, but it was low, that was for sure. But I noticed that he was fighting an alt, a fake skiller, and actually somewhat winning to a degree. So I decided to tell him about fake skilling, how you could never lose, and then bring him to my side. And that went well. And then I can't remember how I met Murderface. I'm just betting that he just turned up and it wasn't important, because normally I only remember important things. But getting on to the point, met Jesse, met Murderface, got them into skill faking, and we did that for quite some time. What happened next? Oh yeah, we made the guild Revenge. There's Grave winning, who did not expect that. I expected it. Stop. Stop. How do you actually say that cute? Stop. I can't do it. I've actually heard people say that thing very cute. I can't. But what was I on about? Oh yeah, we were making this guild called Revenge, which I can show you right now. /guild. I believe it's a capital R. Yes. Okay. This is our old guild, and I'm gonna let you watch the fight. I'm just gonna turn this over here. Well, I can't. I'll just quickly do it. Right there, you've seen it all. Not much, not too much. You can get back to watching the fight. But we made that guild, and it went really well. Like, on the first season, we got to, like, rank S. I can't remember if we were the rank 1 guild, but I bet we were, because we get it so easily by doing this. It's just ridiculous. But we got to rank S in one season. Haha, good game. Who is this, by the way? Oh, it's an alt. At least I think it is. Greymory. That brings back memories. Ones that I'm going to explain very shortly. Basically, we made the guild, it went well, S rank, and then I trusted someone into leading the guild, and I shouldn't have made that mistake. Basically, this guy turned up that has been my friend for quite some time when I was goals. And his name was what was it called? It was iZombie Guy or iZombie Boy. It might have been iZombie Guy. Man, one of those things. iZombie was definitely in the name though. and we fought, and he was admiring how good I am at Zerker, apparently. I didn't think I was too great at the time, but apparently he did, so I went with it. And obviously I beat him. And then he starts admiring me, and then one thing leads to another, and I ask him to become a fake skiller. Or does he ask me? Anyway, one of those things happened. He asked me, or I asked him. And then he does it. And later on, he becomes this guy called I So Smart. And I trust him with my guild because he's an old friend, and I'm like, I found this gifting guild, which, if you guys know me, you know that I always go to gifting guilds now. I always do. And I'm very glad that this video is going to be released after the fact, because I don't want Pink watching this until it's over. Hell, I don't even have to let Pink know. I probably could upload it and Pink wouldn't know for a few days. As you can see, Devil is talking about infection right now. Let's see, I got past Revenge. Okay, I was on the part where Smart steals my guild. But I gave it to him, but he basically stole it, because he was a good friend. Was a good friend. Isn't now. Oh, wow. Saying that I changed him. Well, there you go. No regrets. That made me feel better. But yeah, Smart stole my guild. I gave it to him. I trusted him with my very first skill-lowering guild. And that didn't go well. So now, as of today, I don't trust anybody with anything. But that's not the point. It's part of the story, I guess, but it's not really part of the point. Let's see, what happened next? Revenge happened, it got stolen. There's our new member, Undead Killer. Oh, got my head. What the hell? Trying to think what happened next. I guess the main parts... I guess there was no main parts after that. Basically, we made a guild called Hybrid. Tried to make it like the second Revenge guild. It didn't work out. Went to Myth. I don't know if that was next or later on. But we went to Myth for a while. And that's where we met Quacker. Sorry, I had a mind blink there. That's where we met Quacker, and it's kind of how the whole... Did we start EG there? I don't know if we did. We might have. I can't... My memory is not as good as it should be, but... Anyway, the next part is... After Myth, we basically... What do we do, actually? Was Myth... I don't even know if Myth was before or after Infection. I'm talking about random memories, sorry about that. I don't know the exact order because my brain fails to know this stuff, and I don't know why. But I'm just going to talk about the next thing I'm thinking of, and that would be Dark Angels. Wasn't that a guild? I think that was a guild. Yeah. Basically, in Infection, Devil left, and was he called Devil back then? I don't think he was. No, he was called Trace, and then he changed to this name that I don't even want to mention it, but I'm gonna have to. Ragnarok. Hate the game, hate the name, hate everything about it. But basically, oh god, I hate it so much. He changed his name to Ragnarok, and he left the guild, and then I was faction battling with some random people, and then we met, or was it random? It might have been Kian. Was it Kian? I think it was Kian. I was factioning with Kian, which is one of my old alts-ish, I think. Anyway, factioning with him, and then we met Devil in a faction, and he lost. I believe he said he killed Kian. I can't remember if he did or not, but he probably did because Kian wasn't that good. But he did lose in the end. But the point of that is I PM'd him and said that I wanted to join him. Yes, I noticed. I can't type. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Devil left infection turned to the name that must never be mentioned ever again in my videos, my life, my text, my everything. And I PM'd him asking if I could join and begging him to change his name later on. Anyway. Eventually, one thing led to another. What's he saying? What guild? Oh. Well, you sly devil, you. But yeah, he left. I asked to join him. Eventually, one thing led to another, and I did join him in this guild. I believe it was called Dark Angels back then. I told a lie to him. I said basically we could work best together or get team plans going on, and I never expected to do that because I hate working. I hate working with team combos and whatnot. I just do. I don't know. It's just something I don't like. It's just my personal preference. I don't like doing it. We have a loser's bracket. Okay. Gravy is fat. Who the hell is that? Hey, that rhymed. I think. Did that rhyme? Whatever. Who is that? Really, who is that? I don't know. He's in Grammy, like this dude, I think. Yeah. Guys, can I join the tournament? I don't know what happened after Dark Angels. That's all I remember out of that. Let's see. What else? What else? Talked about infection. Talked about myth. I didn't talk about the players in myth. The players in myth is also where we found or met Syndicate, which obviously you know that is EG Syndicate. Very abnormal guy. I think he's, I don't know what he is, but he just acts abnormal. And that's also where we met Wolfie. I call him Wolfie, but his name's like Wolf something. I just call him Wolfie. I can't remember his exact name. That's where we met those dudes. What happened next? I'm trying to think. No, yes. And I believe this did happen in myth. I'm pretty sure it did. Basically, Devil has left me quite a few times, ditched me as his faction partner, and joined some other people. And he's done this, he says 6 times, I believe. I've lost count, but apparently he hasn't. Saga. Anyway. House of Grimmery, or whatever he called it, he basically returned, and I was happy at the time that he was back. But he was not. Well, he was, but in a very actor way. Basically, he returned and he was acting nice. And everyone was saying, oh, he's changed, he's different, it happens. Well, I get that, but it doesn't happen overnight. And it sure as hell takes a long time to actually change who you actually are. I should know, because I'd never change who I am. Well, I do, but it takes a while, is what I'm trying to say, and they should have known that. But no, they thought that he was different, and then the day that he starts stealing my alts. He starts stealing them, because they think that he's better. It's the same exact reason. I'm sorry I'm gonna make you feel guilty again, Devil, but it's the same reason. The minute I lost to you, they were like, fuck that. He lost. He's nothing. We're going with Devil because he's champ now. I'm sorry for making you feel guilty if you're watching this, but it's how it works. It's how it worked. But he starts stealing my alts, bastard. Anyway, he starts stealing my alts and calling this thing called House of Grimmery, or whatever, from some kind of anime that I used to watch. Apparently has a season 2 going or something. I'll probably have to look that up eventually. But YOLO. Eventually, he does reveal that he's acting, and I'm pretty much like, called it, you're all failures, you're all weaklings, I called it, GG, you're all stupid, you all just need to right in your skulls. That's pretty much it. I have won the game. I 3-0'd all you believing ass. Still, that is a main thing. Also, I'm going to end the video real quick because the match, I just noticed the match just ended and I was kind of getting into it, and we'll get into the next part after.